Every spring, countless gardeners fall into the same expensive cycle. They walk into a garden center, buy annuals, fill their pots with color, water them, admire them for a few months, and then winter takes everything away. Next spring, the whole process starts again. Same containers, same money, same disappointment. But here's the part most people are never told. Your patio pots do not have to be temporary displays. With the right perennials, a container can become a long-term garden investment. These are plants that survive winter, wake up stronger in spring, and often grow large enough to divide into free plants. Plant them once and they can reward you for years, even decades. Today, we are looking at 10 tough, beautiful perennials that can turn containers into permanent, money-saving garden features. Comment your U.S. state or USDA zone below. Your location matters, and it may shape the next video. Plant 1. Hosta. If there is one container plant that can rescue the darkest corner of your patio, it is hosta. A shaded porch, a north-facing entry, or a dim balcony often defeats bright flowering annuals. But hostas were built for those difficult spots. Most varieties are hardy across USDA zones 3 through 9, which means they can handle serious winter cold and still return with fresh growth in spring. What makes hosta so valuable is not just survival, it is the way it improves with age. Those broad sculptural leaves come in blue, deep green, gold, cream-edged, and dramatic two-tone patterns. In a pot, they look clean, intentional, and expensive. And here is the advantage many gardeners overlook. Growing hostas in containers can actually solve two common problems: soggy ground soil and slug damage. In a pot, you control the drainage, the moisture, and the placement. Raise the container slightly, use a rich but well-draining mix, and the plant often looks cleaner than a hosta grown directly in the garden bed. Every 3 to 4 years, divide the clump in early spring. One mature hosta can easily become 3, 4, or even 5 new plants. When a nursery-quality hosta often costs $15 to $20, that single pot can quietly turn into $60 or more in free plants over time. That is real garden value. So if shade has been beating you, hosta may be the plant that finally wins that space. Plant 2. Astilbe. If you want a container that looks soft, elegant, and almost woodland-like, Astilbe deserves a place near the top of your list. Its feathery plumes rise above fern-like foliage in shades of white, pink, red, lavender, and purple, creating the kind of movement that makes a shaded patio feel alive. Astilbe is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 8, and here is the surprising part. In many gardens, it can perform better in a container than in the ground. Why? Because Astilbe loves consistent moisture. In a garden bed, it is at the mercy of your soil, rainfall, and summer heat. In a pot, you control the water. You can keep the root zone evenly moist, protect it from drying winds, and give the plant exactly what it needs. That usually means fuller plumes, cleaner leaves, and a longer, more reliable bloom season. For bright white flowers, choose Bridal Veil. For deep red plumes above darker foliage, Finale is a classic. For smaller containers, Sprite gives you compact, soft pink blooms without overwhelming the pot. Divide Astilbe every 3 to 4 years in early spring, just before new shoots push up. Each division becomes a complete flowering plant. At typical nursery prices, that means one healthy Astilbe can quietly produce several plants you would otherwise pay for again. Buy it once, care for it properly, and let the container do the work. Plant 3. Lavender. Lavender is the plant for gardeners who accidentally care too much. It evolved on rocky Mediterranean hillsides where soil is lean, drainage is sharp, and water disappears quickly. So when lavender fails in containers, it is usually not because it was neglected, it is because it was loved wrongly. English lavender is generally hardy in USDA zones 5 through 8. Hidcote is strong for colder gardens because it stays compact and handles Zone 5 winters well. In warmer, more humid regions, especially the South and Gulf Coast, Phenomenal is often smarter because it tolerates heat and humidity better than many traditional varieties. The key is drainage. Regular potting mix holds too much moisture on its own, so blend it with coarse perlite, pumice, or gritty material before planting. Never keep lavender sitting in wet soil, and do not feed it heavily. Lean conditions can actually increase fragrance and essential oil concentration. After the first bloom, cut the plant back by about 1/3, but only into green growth. Avoid old woody stems completely. Treated this way, lavender becomes fuller, stronger, and more fragrant each season. Plant 4, Coreopsis. If you want a container that keeps flowering when other plants start giving up, Coreopsis is one of the safest choices you can make. This is not a plant that gives you one short show and then disappears. It can bloom from early summer all the way to the first frost, sending up cheerful yellow flowers week after week with very little drama. Coreopsis is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9, which makes it reliable across a wide range of American gardens. Moonbeam produces soft lemon-yellow flowers with fine, airy foliage that stays neat in pots. Zagreb brings a stronger golden color and a slightly bolder look, especially in full sun. The care routine is almost embarrassingly simple. Give it sun, avoid heavy wet soil, and remove faded flowers whenever you pass by. Even light deadheading twice a week can greatly increase bloom production. 2 minutes of care can give you months of color. Plant 5, Heuchera. Some container plants earn their place with flowers. Heuchera earns it with color from the first day of spring, also called coral bells. This perennial gives you foliage in shades that look almost painted: burgundy, plum, bronze, caramel, lime green, silver, and nearly black. While annuals make you wait for bloom, Heuchera makes the pot look finished the moment it wakes up. Most varieties are hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. Palace Purple brings deep wine-colored leaves that turn dramatic in low light. Lime Ricky can brighten a shaded porch like a spotlight. Caramel shifts through warm amber and orange tones, especially as temperatures change. Its real value is consistency. In zones 7 through 9, many heucheras stay evergreen or semi-evergreen, giving containers structure through winter instead of leaving empty soil behind. Even in colder zones, the crown usually returns strongly in spring when the pot is protected from extreme freeze-thaw cycles. Think about the math. A $12 heuchera that lives 10 years costs about $1.20 per year. A $12 annual costs $12 every single year. So heuchera is not just pretty foliage. It is one of the easiest ways to make containers look designed while spending less over time. Plant 6, Carex, also called sedge. This is the plant professional designers use when they want a container to look good, even on the boring days. Not just in June, not just when flowers are open. Carex gives you shape, texture, and movement almost every day of the year. Depending on the variety, many sedges are hardy in USDA zones 5 through 9. Evergold has arching green and gold striped leaves that brighten shade beautifully. Ice Dance brings clean green foliage with crisp white edges. Bronze varieties add warm copper and amber tones that look especially rich in fall and winter containers. The reason Carex works so well is simple. It behaves like living architecture. It does not demand constant deadheading, heavy feeding, or seasonal replacement. It simply keeps filling out, softening the edge of a pot, and making the arrangement look intentional. Divide it every 2 to 3 years in early spring. That gives you more plants for free and keeps the original clump fresh, full, and attractive. Plant 7, Coneflower or Echinacea. This is where a container stops being just decoration and starts becoming habitat. Coneflower is a North American native perennial with a long history of medicinal use, but in the garden, its biggest value is toughness. Once established, it handles heat, sun, wind, and dry spells far better than most flowering container plants. Most echinaceas are hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. Magnus gives you classic purple petals with large raised cones. Hot Paprika brings a modern orange-red punch if you want something bolder. Leave the seed heads standing after bloom. From fall into winter, goldfinches, chickadees, and other small birds can feed from them, turning one pot into a miniature wildlife station. Every 3 to 4 years, divide the clump in spring. One mature plant can become several strong divisions, saving you the cost of buying replacements. Plant 8, Agapanthus. This is the container plant that makes people stop walking and ask, "What is that?" With tall stems rising above strappy leaves and rounded clusters of blue, violet, or white flowers, Agapanthus brings a bold architectural look that few perennials can match. In the ground, many Agapanthus varieties are hardy in USDA zones 7 through 11, but in colder zones, especially zones 5 and 6, containers give you flexibility. You can move the pot near a protected south-facing wall, into an unheated garage, or into a sheltered spot before severe freezes arrive. Here is the secret. Agapanthus often blooms better when its roots are crowded. Many gardeners rush to repot it, thinking a tight container is a problem. But with this plant, restricted roots can actually encourage more flower stems. So, do not upgrade the pot too quickly. Let it become slightly pot-bound, water it well during active growth, and repot only when flowering clearly declines. Plant 9. Catmint. If you want long-lasting color without treating your containers like a second job, catmint is a serious contender. Nepeta, especially the variety Walker's Low, produces soft lavender blue flowers for months, often from late spring into late summer. The foliage is fragrant, the plant is relaxed and billowy, and pollinators visit it constantly. Catmint is usually hardy in USDA zones 4 through 8, and once established, it handles heat, sun, and dry periods with very little complaint. Deer also tend to avoid it because of its aromatic leaves, which makes it useful in areas where other flowering plants get eaten before they even bloom. The best part is how easy it is to restart the show. After the first heavy bloom, cut the whole plant back by about half. Within a few weeks, fresh growth appears, followed by a second wave of flowers that can carry the container deep into summer. Compare that to petunias, which often need frequent deadheading, regular feeding, and total replacement each year. Catmint asks for one haircut, gives you months of bloom, and returns stronger next spring. Plant 10. Hellebore. I saved hellebore for last because it solves a problem most container plants cannot touch: winter emptiness. When patios look bare, when annuals are gone, and when most perennials are still asleep, hellebores can push out elegant flowers through the coldest part of the year. Many varieties are hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9, making them surprisingly tough for such refined-looking plants. Ice and Roses Red gives deep burgundy blooms from winter into early spring. Wedding party types offer full double flowers in soft whites, pinks, and speckled shades. Penny's Pink brings delicate color with darker veining that looks beautiful near a doorway or winter walkway. In containers, hellebores prefer partial shade, rich, well-draining soil, and protection from harsh afternoon sun. They do not need constant fussing. In fact, once established, they can flower reliably for many years with only basic seasonal cleanup. Place one where you will see it every morning in late winter. That is when hellebore earns its place, not with loud summer color, but with quiet beauty when the garden needs it most. Here is the truth behind this entire list. The old container routine, buying, planting, watching plants die, then replacing them next spring, is not the only way to garden. It is simply the most expensive way. These 10 perennials change that pattern. They come back, fill out, divide into more plants, and make your containers look better with age instead of worse. Start with the one that matches your space: hosta for shade, lavender for sun, hellebore for winter, or catmint for months of bloom. Then build from there. Subscribe if you want smarter gardening that saves money, and comment with your state or zone and the perennial you would try first.